With a hint of an early Formula 1 retirement, Max Verstappen discusses the different emotions of the 2021 and 2022 championships. Even though he has won the championship twice in a row, Max Verstappen doesn't plan to continue racing in Formula 1 in his 40s. When his current contract with Red Bull expires in 2028, when he will be 31 years old, Max Verstappen mentions his diverse but beautiful driver's titles and gives the impression that he'll be pondering his Formula 1 future. We're going to explain to you the context of Verstappen's statement in this video. Watch the entire video to entertain yourself and to get to know your favorite F1 driver. So let's get started. Max Verstappen, the recently crowned twice world champion, has hinted that he may not pursue a career in Formula 1 for as long as some of his competitors. The winner of the 2021 and 2022 championships, who is just 25 years old, has already participated in 159 Grands Prix since making his F1 debut in 2015 at the age of 17. This is a record that is unlikely to be surpassed, given that the FIA afterward instituted a minimum age limit of 18. Verstappen also hinted that he would want to be doing something else with his life at such an advanced age, when competitors like Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso, who are 37 and 41 respectively, are showing no signs of slowing down. At the age of 25, he claims he has already accomplished his professional objectives, which are currently tied to 2028. Verstappen told F1.com, "I don't see me driving until I'm 40 because I want to also do other activities. I'm signed with Red Bull until 2028, and I'm having a lot of fun with what I'm doing right now. I'll still be in Formula 1 for a few more years. It also depends on how things go after that, but I'll definitely attempt a couple of different types of racing since it's vital to try new things. I've been a part of this team for a very long time, and hopefully will continue to be for a very long time." If Verstappen decides to retire after his current Red Bull contract expires in 2028, just 6 other drivers in F1 history have completed more than 300 Grands Prix. If Verstappen maintains his winning streak until 2028 after winning the World Championship in 2021 and 2022, he will surpass Hamilton and Michael Schumacher's existing record of 7 championship victories. But here comes the main question: would Verstappen retire early from F1? Verstappen, on the other hand, has said he won't be competing in Formula 1 as long as some of his contemporaries. Verstappen has told F1 he doesn't envisage a career lasting as long, implying that he will contemplate his next step after his Red Bull contract expires. Unlike Hamilton and Fernando Alonso, who are still prominent figures in the sport at 41 and 37 respectively. But Verstappen claims, "I truly love being part of this team for a long time, and hopefully for a long time to come." Although the driver's title may be done, the season still has 4 incredible races left. In a controversial race, Max Verstappen secured his first Formula 1 world title with a last lap assault on Lewis Hamilton. The Red Bull driver, who debuted in the sport in 2015 with Toro Rosso, now AlphaTauri, finished his ascent to the top after a campaign in which he dominated the field in terms of pole positions and triumphs. With his victory over Hamilton, Verstappen became the first Dutch Formula 1 champion. The Netherlands has produced a champion out of 15 different nations. Since Kimi Räikkönen in 2007, the champion has never been either a German or a British national. Verstappen also holds the distinction of becoming the V6 turbo hybrid era's first non-Mercedes champion. Honda's skill led to the Japanese company's first drivers' championship since Ayrton Senna won it in 1991 while driving for McLaren. With his victory, Verstappen joins Lewis Hamilton, Sebastian Vettel, and Fernando Alonso as the only F1 drivers to have won the World Championship before turning 25. For the upcoming season, all 4 are scheduled to compete. Once Max Verstappen intimated that his current Formula 1 deal would be his last, Red Bull was put on high alert. Verstappen retained the championship this season with 4 races remaining, solidifying his position as a dominant force in Formula 1. Red Bull rewarded its star asset with a term worth $40 million per year at the beginning of 2022. But they are already planning for the possibility that he would leave when that contract expires. retires. Verstappen's most recent remarks on his future make the necessity of making preparations even more obvious. The fiery competitor has previously expressed the possibility that he has goals outside of Formula One, which he might be tempted to investigate after the 2028 season is through. As Verstappen's refusal to give up a position to teammate Sergio Perez at the Sao Paulo Grand Prix led to conflict, Red Bull's driver issue has become a hot subject recently. The choice had an impact in Abu Dhabi as Ferrari's Charles Leclerc finished second overall, only 3 points ahead of Perez after the Mexican was edged out by him. The 32-year-old Perez is under contract with Red Bull through the conclusion of the 2024 season, but the tension in Brazil might have a long-term effect on the team's power dynamics. As he defends his title the following year, Verstappen will try to become just the 5th driver to win 3 straight F1 World Championships. With his 36th career victory and his 16th triumph since the beginning of last year, Max Verstappen won the opening race of the 2023 Formula One season. How high on the list of victories can he get this year? Max Verstappen of Red Bull won the Bahrain Grand Prix on Sunday for the first time in his career, to start a season on top of a podium for the first time in his career, giving him 10 victories in the last 12 Formula One races. The victory was the 25-year-old Dutchman's 36th career triumph, moving him up to 6th position on the list of victories of all time. Given their success in Bahrain, Red Bull and the RB19, which took 7th in the race, are likely to win all 23 of the events scheduled for 2023, according to Mercedes driver George Russell. Strangely, many thought the Red Bull wasn't nearly as good as it could have been during the inaugural race weekend of the 2023 Formula One season. Verstappen set a new record for the most victories in a single season in the RB18 last year, with 15. Michael Schumacher and Sebastian Vettel, who each won 13 races between 2004 and 2013, formerly held the record, although teammate Sergio Perez must also be taken into account. Verstappen, who has won 26 races to Perez's 3 since the two became colleagues in 2021, should benefit greatly from Red Bull winning every race, or perhaps virtually every race. Verstappen started the 2017 season with 20 career victories, good for a tie for 16th place on the list of all-time victories. He then overtook 11 other drivers to finish 6th. He could finish as high as 3rd by the time the season is up, with 22 races still to be run. Max Verstappen is a 2-time world champion, and his supporters have been moved by the statement teasing his retirement. Also, Red Bull does not want him to leave the sport at this young age, when he would be only 31. Yet it appears like Max Verstappen really wants to enjoy his life by engaging in other activities, rather than focusing solely on Formula One. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you enjoyed the video. Please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.